Hello. Today we talk about what happens after you have decluttered. Surely some things must change, and oh boy, believe me, they do. So thanks again for joining me today. Please like, follow, or subscribe to any of my channels. We would love to see and hear more from you. And also remember to hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and share it with your friends if you think that it can help them too. So the big question is, how do women like us, who are wearing so many different hats each day, and who don't cheat by looking like we have everything under control, take back our homes and life, free from the chains of clutter? How do we simplify, get started, get unstuck, let things go and create more time, so that we can truly focus on what is essential for a happy and healthy life with our loved ones? That is the question, and this show will give you the answers. My name is Lizelle Tenton, and welcome to the Vanilla Essence Show. So what happens after you have decluttered? Well, first of all, your everyday tasks become so much more manageable. Because there's less to do, you can focus better on what is left to do, and you get to accomplish so much more. When a space is cluttered, we get distracted by all the stuff that we are surrounded with and that we are seeing all the time, and we lose focus because there is just always so much that needs to get done around us. We never get to that which is important to us because we are always busy. And if someone should ever ask us what it was that we were so busy with, a lot of the times we won't even be able to answer them or tell them exactly what it was that was keeping us so busy. So one of the first things that will happen is that you will get much more done and feel less overwhelmed in your space. And you also get to focus more on activities that you like and enjoy. When you live in a cluttered space, there are a lot of things that take up your time that you don't necessarily enjoy doing. But because you feel overwhelmed by everything around you, you almost feel like you don't have a choice or that you don't have any other options, and you just have to get all of this done in so little time. I mean, there's forever, never enough time to get everything done. Now, after you have decluttered, you will have time available to bring some of those things into your life that you enjoy and that you always wanted to do more of. There might even be time to look for and try out a new recipe for dinner instead of just throwing the same stuff together and making the same thing every night because you hardly have any time to think. Or use the extra time to pursue a hobby, something you always wanted to do, singing, dancing, whatever. So you basically start filling the space that you have created by getting rid of your stuff with that which matters instead of what doesn't. Also, once you have decluttered, it becomes easier to declutter again and again in the future. A lot of times when you declutter for a second or a third time, you will realize that some of the items that you have kept because you thought that they were very important to you are not important to you anymore. And then it is so much easier to let those items go. Decluttering really gets easier the more you do it. Also, after you have decluttered the physical stuff, you become more aware of the mental and the emotional clutter that you have been holding on to. And you can use that extra time to deal with that too. Do some introspection to see if there's anything in your heart that you need to let go of. Sometimes these things can make us feel much more in bondage than the physical clutter could ever do. I'm talking about stuff like regret or anger, hurt, unforgiveness, doubt. You need to recognize these things and let them go so that you can truly and really feel free and enjoy that new space that you have created in your decluttered home. When we are no longer being suffocated by our stuff, we get a deeper and a clearer understanding of ourselves. And I've spoken about this numerous times before. It is only once you know what is important to you that you can create the environment, the space in which you can flourish. And once you have created that space where you can live up to your full potential, you start to understand yourself better and what it is that you want from life. Because there's less clutter, there is less distraction, and it becomes easier to focus on what is important to you. Now, this will look different for each one of us because each one of us value different things, and different things are important to each one of us. You will also start to notice that your possessions and your stuff has less control over you. It is because after you have decluttered, you have a better sense of what truly matters. Decluttering enables us to live much more in the present. A lot of times when we find ourselves in a very cluttered space, it traps us in the past. Each item has a memory. Oh, I spent a lot of money on this, or oh, that was a great time then. And the more items we have, each one with a memory attached to it from the past, the more we are trapped in the past. And now you are trying to live your everyday life surrounded by things that are keeping you connected to the past. I'm not saying that you should get rid of everything. Absolutely not. I firmly believe that we need to surround ourselves with that which is important to us, including some sentimental stuff. But the moment it gets out of hand, when it gets too much, it prevents us from fully living in the now, and then we miss out on life. With less stuff, you can enjoy the moment and the simple pleasures of life so much more. You have the time and the energy for your loved ones to invest in relationships, which are so important for us. It's already so difficult to be present with all of the distractions from the outside world. We don't need our homes and our stuff to add to that too. Now, I hope this motivates you to get going and to start to declutter. I mean, the benefits of decluttering are just so endless that you cannot afford not to. So thanks again for joining me today. Please like my page if you're on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, or subscribe to my YouTube channel. And remember, hit that like button if you enjoyed this video and share it with anyone that you think it can help too.